Oh my goodness, I can't believe what is going on now, because you know, I want to laugh so much, because this whole drug thing in MMA, this, you know, banned substances, steroids, growth hormone, all of this whole thing is just getting more and more ridiculous every single time. So last week, or really 2 weeks ago, I did a video and I talked about Wanderlei and Chael Sonnen, and how Wanderlei is off of the fight because he wouldn't take a test, and he didn't do the correct paperwork to do the test, and he refused to do the test in the end, and he was removed from the fight. And I said that as a fan, I'd lost a lot of respect for him, because this man had gone on and on and on about how badly he wanted to fight Chael, yet every single time there was an excuse, and in the end the reason why it wouldn't happen is because one man would not urinate in a cup. Then we get to Vitor Belfort, who, you know, he's been operating under a cloud of suspicion for a while. I mean, I like Vitor Belfort, I've always enjoyed watching him fight, but come on, we all know. I mean, we all know, alright? And Belfort, you know, I like him, he's a talented fighter, but come on. You know, you can see what's going on there when his physique changes within a certain time frame, at a certain age, then that is going to look suspicious to everyone. And he's doing TRT, which came out, which then everyone was like, oh, alright, you know, there was an article or a study about how they did TRT. There was a study, and I'll send the link. But basically, it turned out that people who were former steroid users, when they did TRT, it whacked their bodies right back up to when they were like on steroids, more or less. And Vitor Belfort, that's what one of the arguments was used as in terms of getting TRT banned, I believe. And then we have Vitor Belfort then step in to fight Chael Sonnen, which, you know, I think is a good replacement. Two guys both being off TRT. Very interesting, what you know, turn of events. But then Vitor Belfort, it comes out, has a test in February, or it was tested on the 7th of February, and had elevated levels of testosterone, and has to have a hearing as to whether or not they're going to let him fight and do this fight. And then things just got even more crazy. So I wake up this morning and Chael Sonnen, God, I'm sorry, this is hilarious. Chael Sonnen then fails a test for banned substances. And to me, it's just like this. I don't even want to use the you know, word, because it's just, you know, it's not a politically correct word. It's just this arse backwards cycle and nonsense between three fighters, because all of them have to do something to up their levels or to give them an edge. And I like Chael Sonnen a lot. Listen, I'm one of his biggest advocates on here, probably on YouTube. I think he's great for the sport in the sense that he's a great talker, great interview, always engaging, and in a lot of things he does that a lot of other fighters don't do, and there is a reason why he is still in the company, even if he's lost a high profile fight or two high profile fights in a row, why he's still there and someone like a John Fitch isn't, and someone like a Jake Shields isn't. Chael's very, very engaging. He doesn't waste his time on the microphone with that stupid, I'll fight whoever they ask me to. No, he'll call out a name, and I like, you know, fighters need to do more of that. That's just a pet peeve I have. But the thing is, as much as I respect him and as good as a fighter he is, he's done a banned substance and he's in trouble. And I'm just like, this is completely ridiculous. And this brings me on to another issue, because I listened to the interview and he was talking about, you know, look, I did do something, and he said what it was, HGC, and I can't remember the name of the other one, as he was coming off testosterone replacement therapy. And he was talking and he said, you know, on game day you can't, you know, I'll agree you can't have anything in your system on game day, but outside of that. And then he used the argument for you know, the kid that breaks his arm and needs to have a prescription. There's a huge difference between that and what you're doing. There's a huge difference, and I like Chael, but there's a big difference between that. And he'll go, well, no, well, here's the thing, what were you doing in the first place to put you on TRT? What were you doing in the first place? Because we know one of the main reasons or the main causes as to why someone is on testosterone replacement therapy, steroids, because it shuts down your body's natural progression of testosterone, and then people end up being prescribed TRT, and then, you know, that's how they have to live their lives. And to me, it's just, you know, look, was he probably doing steroids early in his career? All fingers say yes. A lot of evidence would suggest yes, given what's happened. Vitor Belfort, the same. Wanderlei Silva, I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. And this is one of the reasons why I don't like steroids in professional sports, and why I don't like steroids in MMA in particular. And all these people want to put their little spins on it. You know, I've been to gyms where people are like, well, I'll take them. And it's just this fucking short-sighted, narrow-minded, think in the short term, not in the long term way of operating that is just completely... Okay, let me give you an example. Alistair Overeem, he could have been the biggest heavyweight star in 2012. He could have been the guy in 2012. He had really re-established his career as a heavyweight. He was beating guys as a heavyweight. He was the Strikeforce champion. He was the K1 tournament winner, which was a great tournament. I'll never forget watching that. He was on fire. He was the guy everyone wanted in the UFC. It was presumed that Fedor was scared to fight him. That added to the aura of Alistair Overeem. He comes in, he destroys Brock Lesnar, looks like an absolute killer. Gonna fight Junior Dos Santos in a dream fight. You know, he could have been the undisputed heavyweight champion of all of MMA. And then look what happens. What he's doing behind the scenes to make himself look a certain way comes back to bite him in his ass. His pinned ass, but let's get rid of that, you know, let's say it comes back to bite him in the ass. He's removed from the fight, and he's not been the same fighter ever since that's happened. Look at the track record. He lost to Bigfoot Silva. He lost to Travis Brown. His aura has diminished, and people are not talking about Alistair Overeem in the same way they were 3 years ago. Nobody is. People have completely counted him out. You know, Vitor Belfort is another example. Guy took steroids to have the edge in his career. Now look what's happened to him. He was supposed to fight for the title. He was supposed to fight for the middleweight title this year. But now look what's happened. This is why I'm really against steroids, because everyone's going to be like, oh well, I want the best possible product out there. And there's certain YouTubers, yeah, who have that idea, and some of them I'm friends with, but I don't, you know, we'll agree to disagree here. Best possible product. Well, guess what? The best possible product that you're going to have isn't going to happen now, because the fights you want to see aren't going to happen. Fans were looking forward to seeing Chael Sonnen and Wanderlei Silva after all this mess they've talked. Not going to happen. Part because of Wanderlei, and now because of Chael. Vitor Belfort was supposed to fight for the title. Not going to happen now. And it's just this thing that's going to happen over and over and over again. Now, I do agree that there needs to be something done with the commission here, but you know what? It really just goes back to this. If you're a young athlete, just don't touch steroids. Don't think in the short term with these things. Yeah, you might gain 15 pounds more of muscle, or recover from, you know, 2 days, your 2-day training sessions quicker. But in the long run, you're going to shut down your body. You're going to have to go on something that is going to compromise your career, and then you're going to end up in situations like this where you could make big money in big opportunities, really boost your legacy, and all of that is going to get tossed out the window the second you decide to take steroids. That is just my opinion, and the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the fucking pudding, as far as I'm concerned. Fuck, I'm getting hot right now. Shit, I'm really hot. That's just how I feel about the situation. And Chael Sonnen I like, but look, he's cost himself another opportunity. And to me, if you're having to be on something like that to get through your day, but it's bad, then don't compete in MMA. It's simple. Don't compete. And that's what it looks like might be a possibility with Chael, because I don't know, if he gets suspended, that will be his second suspension. And how long is that going to be? A year? Almost, you know. And he's 37 now. And he'll be, what, 38 when he comes back? Do I see Chael fighting after that? I don't know. The clock is ticking. The clock is fucking ticking. And that's why, another reason, you get caught, you get suspended, guess what? That's 9 months of your career, another year of your career. And that sport evolves so fast. and what was relevant a year ago has changed and developed and evolved, and now you're a year behind, and it's just like, fuck, steroids really need to be removed from pro sports in that respect, because you know, it just ruins careers, it ruins big fights, and it's just, for us, we don't get to see the fights we want to see. For the fighter, they've set themselves back, and I really, really wish more people would think in the long term rather than the short term. And as for Chael, yeah, you're an idiot. You are an idiot. If you've been doing steroids, and the key word is if, he has been doing steroids early in his career, and that's the reason why his body's shut down, and he has to do TRT, then he had to come off TRT and do something else to keep his body going, then what a fool. What a fool. I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, that's me, my little rant over. Sorry for my F words. I'm not known for my well, actually I am known for my cuss words. I can get away with it now because there's no one in the house. And guys, I'm going to stop. You let me know what you think about all of this. How do you feel about Chael Sonnen failing a test for a banned substance? What do you think? I actually thought it was ridiculous when he said the thing about, well, off-season. I was just like, no, come on, man. Come on. Get out of it. Get out of it, pal. Seriously. I agree with Bas Rutten. Just eat good food and drink plenty of water and you'll be alright. And get some sleep too. I'm going to go. Let me know what you think. I'm Buff Been Stuffed. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Who comes off worse in all of this? Chael or Wanderlei or Vitor? And I'm going to stop. Comment, rate, subscribe, and peace.